Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. This is Xanthus with Xanthus Gaming, and we're back in Heroes of the Storm. We're playing Kael'Thas tonight. I'm starting a brand new series called my Heroes Build Spotlight series. In it, I will play heroes and show you all the builds they have available and give you my own insights and opinions on them. I thought I would start with my most leveled character with Kael'Thas and just work my way down the list on levels of experience. So we're going to hit ready, and we're going to talk about the first build we're going to be running. Well, okay, I guess we won't be talking about that. Actually, I should probably wait to see what the enemy team comp is before we decide the build. Ultimately, I'll have to show you the builds regardless. He has 2 or 3 main builds. One is the most used build, and that's definitely the convection build. Which would be very good here because I could stack them up pretty easily, I think, because they'll probably be deathballing as 4. The other option would be a living bomb build, which may not be a bad idea here because you have the safety of your damage not being tied into stacks. So let's see. Do we have kill potential? Okay. So we're going to go with one of the basic living bomb builds here. We should have plenty of living bombs spread once the Vikings start grouping, and even before then we have a high mobility hero, high mobility hero, high mobility hero. You would actually think that high mobility means that they would spread living bomb less, but it turns out it usually means they spread it more. So we're going to start off with Fel Infusion. Fel Infusion increases your spell power by 4% and heals Kael'Thas whenever it's activated for a very, very small amount. That part is minuscule, not as important. Just gives us a basic damage increase without having to worry about stacking. Oh, that was a good chromie shot to start it off. Let's see if we can just play a little aggressive here. Hopefully he runs away and spreads the bomb to his Lucio, who's low on health. He did not do that. It was real close, though. We don't have to worry about getting our stacks, actually, so I can play back a little bit further than I am right now. Just burn him. If he's just going to sit there and chug, Chromie and I can kill him. Good shot, Chrome. Didn't want him to push in too far there. So we can throw a living bomb. Well, I was going to throw it on the minion, but Falstad just stepped into it, so. We're going to try to help out this Chromie here. Okay, she should be out now. Valyria is there. When Living Bomb exploded, it revealed her from stealth. My throat's real raspy, so I'm going to get a drink. My apologies. Alright. Now, unfortunately, we're at a very big disadvantage here with Vikings being able to soak lanes. The way we counteract that is we need to get on the point, but our Cho'Gall is not getting on either point. And we absolutely need him on a point right now. He is our only front line, and we already have a disadvantage because we have equal numbers to them as far as bodies on the field, but they get more soak. So we have to take team fights, and we have to win them. We cannot have our Cho'Gall sitting in lane up top. That's just not going to work out. We're not worried about her at all. We are worried about Chen. If she kills us, we won't lose anything. It makes me a lot more confident to stand and fight, which is good. Mana tap to restore mana when we hit D, which is the next step of our build. 4% of maximum mana is nothing to sneeze at and does equal quite a bit of sustain throughout the game. I'm going to rotate down bottom because nobody else appears to be doing so yet. Lily decided to do the same, but we just really want to be able to try to get gank on this Viking if at all possible. There we go. That way that lane is just going to need to be covered by somebody else on their team. We're going to move back up into mid. Make sure we're not missing that soak there. Lily abandoned bottom, which I wish she had not have done that. We can maybe double soak though. I'm going to go back down bottom the aggressive way. I do see Falstad up top. I do not see Valyria, which means she might be soaking this lane in stealth right now, which could be real dangerous for us, especially with us burning all of our cooldowns. But if we're double soaking because Lily's leaving lanes open, then we just gotta do what we're gonna do. Chromie got picked off by Valeera up just north of mid lane, which means we know that Valeera is in this general vicinity at the moment. We're getting mad amounts of pings from Chromie is spam pinging because she's mad at Cho'Gall. So we're just going to go ahead and mute her right now. There we go. Good, it looks like Lily figured it out that she needs to actually keep soaking. Nope, just kidding. She abandoned the lane soak. Is she stacking globes? Is that what her deal is right now? Okay, my bad. I just stole that from her. Alright. Valeera is right here behind us. Yeah, as I say, Valeera is right here. Lily is not noticing at all. She like literally just ran away from us when we were pinging help that she was there. Alright, so the option we choose here is Sun King's Fury. The bomb spread is going to be essential to what we're going to do. Our Chromie is probably dead. Lily is again oblivious. This is gonna go real hard if Lily, this is gonna be real bad if Lily just tunnel visions on globes and ignores her team dying all around her. It's gonna be real bad. Like, okay. I'm not even gonna go down there right now. They're gonna have level 10. We just fed several kills because Lily was tunnel visioning. We have no chance at contesting it, so I'm going to try to get us at least somewhat equalized on soak here. We will lose a fort, most likely down bottom and up top, if they push at all. But I mean, that's just kind of the nature of what's going on right now. Not much we can do about that. We do see a team is looking to contest down there. I don't really agree with that. But they're pushing the fort down bottom now, which means we have to actually rotate and help defend. Sucks more than just a little. Ugh. So close to a kill on her. So close to a kill. Saw that coming. Try and position myself so he rolls me in the correct direction for where I want to go, so we can pick up a kill there. Oh, Valeera is right here. Good. That Eye of Kilrog was very helpful. I did see her, but I don't think anyone else on the team did. So, other than obviously the Cho'Gall did, but the Lily I'm positive did not. With this build, you can go either Phoenix or Pyroblast. Against their team, I feel like I should go Phoenix because when Vikings start grouping, they're going to be soaking up Phoenix shots. And that's actually going to make our Phoenix less effective against the rest of their team. I know that Bro Shield also makes our Pyroblast less effective, but let's just make him move back a little here. That way... Oh, he didn't have his ult, I guess. Okay, cool. That should be a kill, right? Yeah. Did he go? He went reverse amp. Perfect. I was actually assuming that I'd just be trading ult for ult there. His healing ult obviously being more valuable than my single damage ult. But it turned out that he just went with the other ultimate against the Kael'Thas for some reason. He thought that was a good idea. On this. This is actually a little bit sketchy, especially now that they know we're here. And Chen is here. Chen's gonna barrel. Chen is 100% gonna barrel. I'm gonna position down below. Maybe we can kill him out. He is definitely gonna barrel. Yeah, there was no way to avoid that, I think. The best we could do is try to trade kills and get the better end of that. Alright, we lost a fort because of that, unfortunately. We should have definitely abandoned it. They also maintained soak the entire time we were doing that, so the level lead we'd slowly started to get caught back up on, we lost. Cho'Gall's gonna have to be alone doing that. I've got to counter the soak on mid here and stop us from losing a second fort. He should be able to kill that though, right? Yeah. We're going to Pyromaniac here for more chain bombs, basically. Mistakes were made. Ah, I missed my tornado. Otherwise, we might have survived there. We did trade favorably though, because they have an experience advantage. So a 1-for-1 actually results in our favor. This is how we're doing stat-wise. This build is meant for times which you're going to have to take risks and play a little bit strange. It's really good against stealthies, just because all of your damage. That's pretty cool. All of your damage isn't tied into your trait stack or into your Q stacks. So if you get ganked early, it's not the end of the world. We haven't died too much, but we're just not playing as a team. We're splitting in all different directions. For instance, Chromie and I were here. Cho'Gall was here. Rather than coming to back us up, both Lily and Cho'Gall went down bottom. Granted, we should have probably waited to see where they were going, since they're, you know, tank and healer. But we knew they were split between 2 points. All we had to do is just go to one of them. And if half your team's already at 1 point, just go there. Don't go to the other one. We're at a level disadvantage. We don't need to split 2 points. We see Falstad below us. It's a little bit of a sketchy engage because he probably has barrel up. Okay, relying mostly on chain bombs here to be damage spreads for us. And also chain bombs are going to be lowering our cooldowns of everything else. She just used her banish, so that should connect. Nope. Came back up in time, my bad. So that was definitely a wasted ult, but it did force her out of the fight so she couldn't gank us. Chromie was chasing her though, which is a bit of a mistake. It could result in her death. Okay, I'm gonna go deal with this. We could easily lose a keep to a Vikings push right now. Pyromaniac just gives us a lot more damage by giving us cooldown reduction on our chain bomb ticks, which lets us get off really quick Qs like that. When we have two living bombs active, we basically have a near zero cooldown flame strike. So that's pretty nice. At this level range, you could go Verdant Spears for a second charge of your trait, which gives you more living bombs, which gives you more bomb spread, which gives you more Sun Furies, or more flame strikes, sorry. Or you could also go for Fury of the Sunwell, just because you're getting more flame strikes. We're going to Twin Spears. Mostly because it's both more healing and more damage. We're losing a keep here. We're going to lose it either way to the temple. I want to make sure we get something out of this. I missed. I didn't get there in time. That feels bad. He just knocked him to safety. Well, I guess he had that anyway, so when it mattered. Vikings are just rolling all over us here. We know we're probably dead, but the best we can do is try trading Falstad. Lily's jugs came just in time to save us. That was pretty good, actually. We knew we weren't going to be able to kill a Chen with a Pyroblast. And we knew his ult wasn't up. So we chose to ult the Falstad, I figured I was probably dead, but Lily came in with some clutch heals there, just in time to save me. So I ended up living, but I probably shouldn't have. That poor Viking was trying so hard to survive. Coming back for mana. They are doing boss right here. I'm not going there until I get mana. I wouldn't be able to do anything anyway. So I had to get another drink. Alright. This is how we're doing in this match. The build so far is like this. It's a pretty good build when you need to be safe. I think the Q build has more potential damage for sure. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay. You lived that time. Touché. Alright, we know Valeera is right here. There she is, right there. My flame strike actually killed her because I was standing in smoke bomb, so she thought, ooh, I get free damage on Kael. Little does she know that I know that trick because I play a lot of Valeera. Oh, hello. Chromie, please. Chromie, please. Are you kidding? Come on, dude. Thank you. Right behind you. Alright. We're going to go with Living Bomb, Flame Spread Infinitely. This will just give us better potential if Vikings ever group up, which it looks like they're just going to split push to 30. It's not a thing, by the way. It's just kind of what they're doing. Alright. Stop the core damage. Stop the bleeding. Let's go save our Cho'Gall. He looks like he's going to be in trouble in just a second. I've been trying really hard to back up our Cho'Gall whenever I can. It's been working out pretty good so far. The rest of our team hasn't really had that idea so much, but it's been working out pretty good. Like right there, I don't think he would have gotten the kill on Chen without the extra damage. I think Chen would have gone away with his barrel. Not that it really matters, but I want this guy dead. Okay, backing off. Not worth chasing. It honestly wasn't worth chasing to that point either. We do see a big wave on bottom that we should probably go take care of. So we're going to do that right now. Otherwise we're going to be taking core damage in just a second. Our team is going to keep on bottom, but I do believe they can handle that. We have double catapults on the bottom lane here at our core, so I want to make sure that gets handled. And this build is pretty decent at wave clear. You just throw out a bunch of living bombs and a bunch of Qs. Is it bad I want to pyroblast him there? Don't answer that. I know it's bad. Freaking Vikings. Alright, we're actually going to take this so that the Vikings don't. Our team is fine, right? No, our team needs us. Okay, we're going in. I'm going to back him up. I think we can get there in time to help make a difference here. Oof. This is real dangerous. Glad we went. I don't think they would have fared quite so well with that. Our elite damages. Actually, they would have been just fine, to be honest. But since we're here, we can end the game. So, that's good. You do get a lot of living bombs off here, which is really good with this build. A lot of damage. A lot of cooldown reduction. So that's how we did in the end. Alright, and that's how we did at the end, and we did get MVP. So that build is pretty solid. It's good for when you need to stay safe, when they have stealthies to gank you, or when they have lots and lots of opportunity for chain bomb strats. So the times you want to kind of look for that are any times they have heroes with mobility abilities. So like a Vala, a Falstad, anyone who like blinks Li Ming is great for it. Anyone who's going to like try to get out with a mobility thing to save their own lives. Most of the time when they're taking a lot of damage and they panic and use that mobility ability to get out and get safe, they don't pay any attention to where their teammates are, and they'll jump straight into the middle of their teammates and spread that damage all around. It's fantastic. I'm assuming that's the Chromie. No, it's just some random person. That's cool. Yay, hi. Oh no, it's the Valera. The Valera whispered me after game telling us that we're all straight trash. She did so much. Keep it classy, Valera. Thank you. Alright, anyway. This build is good for those times when enemy heroes are going to be doing barrel rolls, sinister strikes to get to safety. Chen's going to be jumping to minions to get safety with his kick. Lucio's going to speed boost out and accidentally spread it. Vikings are Vikings, so they're going to spread it. Falstad, Vala, Li Ming, all really good heroes to use this build against. You also consider ETC is a great hero to use this build against. Artanis is a great hero to use this build against just because they spread the living bomb like crazy. Alarak can be sometimes, but this isn't. I hate playing him against him as Kael either way, but Deadly Charge is really mean versus Kael. Zeratul is great to use this against because he blinks away and accidentally spreads it. Ming, same thing. Tychus is good to use this build against. Greymane is good to use this build against. Tracer is amazing to use this build against. Lunar is good to use this build against. That's pretty much it. But those are kind of the times you would use this build. I need to respond to lol what. Alright, so the next build we're going to do is going to be either a variation of that build which we just did, which is we're either going to do the same type of build where we go with living bombs, but the difference is if we do that build again this time around, instead of taking Twin Spheres at 16, we're going to take Arcane Dynamo. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're also going to be taking that ability power at 1, and we're going to be taking the cooldown reduction on our Living Bomb at 13, which is going to let us do a lot more spells a lot more consistently and keep the Arcane Dynamo buff up. We're going to have 15% spell power along with an extra 4% spell power, so that's 19% spell power on abilities that are hitting much more often combined with a Pyroblast. It can actually equal a ton of damage. If the enemy team does not favor spreading living bombs, however, we will most likely go with the traditional Q-based Convection build. That build, of course, is Convection at 1, Mana Tap at 7. You can choose Sun King's Fury or Burn Flesh depending on the enemy team composition at 7. If they have a very beefy front line, you go Burn Flesh if they have lots of high health heroes. If they don't, then you go with Sun King's Fury. We got Stitches, Valera, Thrall, Lily. Just wanted to make sure that wasn't the same Valera who's just toxic towards us. It wasn't, so. I love how the Valera did less than half my damage and died twice as many times, but messaged me after the game specifically to tell me I'm trash. It's pretty classy. Alright, so they have a Zul'jin, a Nubrak, or an Azmodan rather, a Leoric, a Lucio, a Nazeebo. So, two things to consider here. They have high mobility on Leoric and Lucio, but that is it. So living bombs may not be that good. Also, since they're not very squishy, living bombs aren't going to be as devastating as they would be against a more squishy team. So given those two things, and the fact that Leo's high health, Nazeebo's high health, Azmodan's high health, I think we're going to go with a Q-based build with Burned Flesh. Also because they have no way to gank us, really. So let's see how this goes. Oh, the bomb. I'm guessing, yep, Sieging Wrath. Alright, so that was a whiff. We did not get any stacks there, it feels bad. I'm going to try to predict where he's going to walk to, where they're going to move to as they're moving forward and moving back. You want to kind of try to watch what direction they're moving towards as you throw your bomb. Predict if they're moving forwards, how likely are they to start moving back in a minute? You know, that sort of thing. That got a kill there because I was able to predict where he's going to stand for the flame strike, and then I got a living bomb off as well, which is fantastic. We're going to throw that living bomb in the back. That actually probably killed us. That was not worth. Rip. We did get a triple spread with the living bomb, but definitely not worth. That's the kind of shit that I should not do against a Nazeebo, because that just reset the stacks. Not that I have very many stacks, but still. Not worth at all. We do need to go up top or something. Actually, I'm going to ping for somebody else to go up top. We lost our stitches there. We did get 3 stacks there, 2 stacks there. It's not bad. Oh, this is a heck of a push they've got going on. I actually have to use my Q to clear wave there. I'm going to actually mount so I can move into position to do a better living bomb or flame strike. The idea there was I had to make it so he couldn't retreat. He had to tank tower shots. He was either going to retreat and walk into my living bomb, or he was going to stay and take tower shots and die, and also get killed by our teammates. Did take a good chunk of damage there though from the Azmodan Q. He's stacking up quite nicely. The Azmodan's Q is going to be a significant problem for us. If we cannot get stacked relatively quickly, we're going to be in a rough situation here. I misplaced that one. Alright, we're just going to try to gather this real quick. Of course. I think we saved it. Hopefully not at the expense of our life. Throw we get a turn? Nope. Okay, no mana, so I don't want to turn anyway. Alright, we're going to back right now because we can't go down there and do anything to help without any mana. We'll just end up dying and not be any use. So we're going to get mana and hope we can still get there in time to reinforce. It is an early shrine, or early tower, which means the likelihood is that it'll still be going by the time we get there, but maybe not. If not, not a big deal. Nope, it looks like they got it. Not a big deal. We only have 4 stacks, so we're not doing too great on this. It's a less consistent build. It requires a lot more safety. And I was playing that last game super aggressive, so I need to dial it back a little bit. Actually, this is too aggressive of a rotation, so I need to go around this way, because they could easily gank me as I try to rotate in. So we'll rotate from the backside, and hope we can still get stacked, but if we can't, we can't. The route from Thrall actually stopped us from getting stacked, because he would have started running. But that's okay. I just saw it coming and stacked up my damage on his. Are they doing this? No, okay. We do see 2 mid, so we're going to rotate there for some stacks. Oh, I did not expect them to keep moving forward. Alright. Got one there. So some of the hardest times to play are when you're playing against heroes who are just like a little bit too aggressive and like suicidal. It's harder to predict how they're going to move because they don't always do what you would think someone would do in a given situation. And that can be hard to deal with. definitely going burn flesh this game, 100%. We're going to throw Living Bomb on him, under the assumption that he'll move out and possibly spread it to the Zul'jin. Look at those minions. Jesus, that leash range, though. Oh, I thought there was one down here. I don't know what I'm doing. Shit. Okay, unfortunately, he waited to complete his creepy walk until after the walk ended. Did extra damage there, though, from the burned flesh. Did a ton of damage to that Leo. We just got body blocked by Stitches, or we could have killed him. Oh, I think we still got it, because he stopped a creepy walk. If he hadn't stopped a creepy walk, he would have lived. He could have just walked away. Although I guess Stitches could have pulled him back. Alright, we are at 10 stacks. We're halfway there. We're still not doing great, but we're stacking. We're stacking. We should be fully stacked by now. That big mistake at the beginning where we lost 5 stacks was very unfortunate. We also lost the stacking time of our respawn timer. So right now what I want to be doing is, of course, I want to cover lanes of soak, but I also want to be looking for where there are heroes that are stacking up for a push so I can help defend the push and get stacks. And I see that's right here. So I didn't get any stacks there, but I did scare him off enough that he's not pushing quite as hard as he was a second ago. Just kidding, they don't give no shits. Alright, actually I'm gonna need help. We're definitely going to lose a fort if I have to defend against an Azmodan and an Azebo for too long. We are getting kills down bottom though, so that's good. This would definitely be a Phoenix map and a Phoenix situation, just because Phoenix is going to stall out those temples for so much longer. It's going to be really important for us. Alright, looks like Azmodan did go down to mid now, which means that we are probably going to need to rotate down to mid because, yeah, as I say, Naz is probably doing so as well. And they're probably looking to pick up a gank of some sorts, which they actually very much are. That's unfortunate a little bit. Oof, did he get out? Good. That was good. Burn Flesh did strike there. Got double damage. Alright, and that should be a kill on Mr. Tazdingo himself. Can we hit our tornado? That's the question. And our flame strike. Good deal, good deal. Alright, so we're up to 15 out of 20 stacks. We'll rotate down and see if we can contest this before Leo gets it capped. We were not successful in that. We can hit him with a tornado. Nope, just kidding. We will miss our tornado. Did I say hit? I meant miss. Of course. I don't know what he thinks he's accomplishing with that Entomb. He maybe thought his Naz was going to be a little bit quicker to react. Spoiler alert, he was not. Also, spoiler alert, we are dead as shit. But we get our final stack, so it doesn't matter. Oh, Lily, you're God. We're alive, we're alive. Okay, they do have ults right now, we know that. So we need to be a little careful because Zul'jin's Tazdingo is going to be painful less. Uh-oh, this is bad. Okay, we did manage to get that off. We lost a lot there, though. We lost a lot. I think we're dead as well. Yeah. Yeah, that was not at all worth it to turn and try to fight that. When Valeera re-engaged, it definitely killed it, all of us. We should have just backed off and let her die. We knew that Zul'jin had Tazdingo up. We knew that we didn't have half of our ults up because Lily had just used her jugs. That was just a real bad place to fight. And it's actually going to cost us all of our forts, possibly. That actually could be a significant hurdle for us to overcome here. Now, with this build, you can go Pyromaniac for more Qs, or you can go Fission Bomb. I like Fission Bomb on this because you won't be in range as often to do the Living Bombs as you are with the other builds. So I like that my Living Bombs are going to count for more because they're going to explode in a larger radius, which gives it a better chance of spreading. But since I'm not being as hyper aggressive with placing them, I feel like I need that to compensate, to try to get at least some spread. Now, really the argument should be that you go with this more often when you take Sun King's Fury instead of Burn Flesh, but that's okay. I tried to stun out that with the tornado. I was not successful. I need to be a little careful right now. Yeah, I say Leo could possibly kill me. Our position is really bad for our team. So 11 shots because seeming to feel like coming to objective. There. I was there, boo. You just suicided before I was able to do anything. Okay, we should get a chain bomb spread off that. Which is nice. Should get a kill off of this, right? Uh-oh. Okay, good. It was just enough. Oh, Leo. That was a waste. Or Stitch. I was mad at Stitch's hook there, not Leo. I'm back for mana. Here's how we're doing stat-wise. I feel like we've been playing real crap, but we're top damage, lowest deaths on team. Most experience contributed on team. Nope, just kidding. Stitches has a speed on that one. You definitely go with Fury of the Sunwell. Flame Strike explodes twice on this build. It just synergizes with everything else we've taken. Good for clearing, good for zoning, good for extra damage, good for a lot of things. He really wanted that damage there. Okay. It is also good for sieging. We do need to be a little careful right here. If we push this minion wave up too far, we're going to be tanking a tower. I'm just going to throw this out right away. Team is fighting right here. Not sure I agree with that. I think we need to equalize our towers a little, but I'm going to go help anyway. Okay, we need to... Shit. We just sacrificed that tower by chasing. I even saw it too. Yeah, that was our bad. I saw the Leo there also, and I thought he won't spawn in time. Yeah, it cost us the game there by not going to interrupt. Not that everyone else on the team did the same thing, but I could have stopped that easily. So, top damage, lowest deaths. It's a good build. We had no way to deal with the pushing power they had, and that's just the luck of quick match. I tried the best I could to try clear waves as much as possible, but meh. So that build is particularly good against teams that are not squishy and will not die to your chain bomb spread, and have high health. If they don't have high health and you still want to stack and they're squishy, you can delete squishies from the game with that build too. The only difference there is you take Sun King's Fury, because then the spread from the chain bombs just puts unbelievable pressure on those squishies. A nice trick there is you can throw a living bomb on a minion, and the second the enemy walks towards the minion wave, you can blow up the minion with a flame strike, and it spreads the chain bomb onto the enemy with the flame strike exploding the minion. And that's a good chunk of damage. If you happen to catch the hero with the flame strike as well, and they're squishy, they're dead. All right. So this is not the best build to use against this team, but it's the last build we have, so we're going to use it anyway. It's an okay build to use, because the Murky could be issues for our stacks. So could the Greymane. But we're going to go with another Living Bomb build. This one uses Arcane Dynamo in combination with Pyromaniac to give even more spell power. And eventually you want to have a 5 Arcane Dynamo Pyroblast to go off on somebody. On their team, I would probably want it to go off on Greymane. But I gotta watch Zarya's shields. It could be a big issue. So Fell Infusion at 1 for a slight amount of healing, and the 4% always active spell power. It's not just active when you hit your trait. Your spell power is always 4% higher.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Fight.
Oh my god, I can't type. I just misspelled true. Feels good, man. Oh no, must save the Nova. Oh, just kidding. Oh no, must get out. Oh, just kidding. Not at all worried. Okay. The baits, they're real.
Expertly done.
Alright, and we're actually just going to clear this wave in an aggressive position. Since we can pressure them with that little bit of extra spell power at the beginning and the gank we had, why not? Why not? Not going for Q stacks, just trying to get some damage on their buildings and chip them a little bit. At about 2 minutes, we're going to go back for mana. We just want to keep up the pressure as much as possible until then. This is unfortunate. Our Medivh might be dead. Nah, it's Medivh. Oh, I didn't mean to tap that. Shit. Well, that was a misplay. We just wasted our sippy cup. Now we won't have it for the first objective. Don't do that. Go back instead. I should have went back. 100% should have went back. Got caught up in the moment. Try and position my Qs so they also hit minion waves as much as possible. Alright, we're going to go back anyway here. Our Medivh is doing Medivh things. We're going to let him do that. We're going to go get mana. And then we're going to see... Okay, we're going to rotate bottom. We don't know where Tribute's going to be, but we're going to rotate bottom. Butcher looks like he's struggling. Tribute should be announced in just a second, though, so we're going to kind of rotate like this. And then rotate in if we need to. That way, if Tribute is announced top, we might be able to catch a probe on the rotation. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to grab spheres that restore mana. Okay, it is up top, so Probius will likely rotate. Oh, just kidding. I didn't realize his thing was here. Oh, Butcher. Buddy. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, he didn't even see them coming. Luckily, that means they have 3 bottom, so we should be good at the Tribute. And I'm actually going to stay here and deal with the Probius, who is actually a Master Skin Probius, which is real scary. That's real scary. We did successfully get the Tribute as anticipated. We're going to try to deal with his cannon here. Actually, we're just going to let it fade, and we're going to hit the minion wave. We did notice that he has the backtrack on the Q, so we have to watch for his detonations using that instead of the regular method. We should be able to defend against Probius pretty easily, and we don't have to worry about stacks either. So not a big deal. That was actually a waste of mana, because that was going to disappear anyway in a second. Bit of a misplay there. We're going to go... Oh, Butcher Buddy. Oh, Butcher Buddy. Let's get rid of his pylon there. Ooh, almost got a kill. He really wanted to poke at me. Alright, we are on the friendly side this time, which is good. Get the clear on the wave, and I was hoping Probius would peek out at that second, but he did not. Oh, Butcher, Butcher, Butcher Buddy. Oh, I thought I had Living Bomb off on them. Shoot. My B team. Okay, we did throw the Living Bomb very aggressively there. I was hoping to get a spread. We did not, but that's fine. We did lose that tribute. We're going to back off now. The team was very slow in rotating in. Butcher engaged from a blind charge and didn't notice where the rest of the enemy team was. They had shown him the map just a few seconds before, so he should have known that he was charging into a 1v3, 2v3 at best if I backed him up, but either way, it's not a favorable situation for him to be in. And I'm going to go this way. Did he die? I don't think he did. I think he still has his stacks. I'm not even going to ask him right now. I'm just going to play. I was going to ask him what his stacks were at, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, we do see the tribute is there. We do need to get there, but we're going to actually just do that as we go. And now we're going to go down. We're also going to clear mid as we go down because it looks like the team can stall out there. We want to get as much soak as we can as we're rotating in. Let's see. Do we have any opportunities? I think they've got that. I think we can be safe to just soak here. Let's help out a little. Let's force the Probius out. Should also force out the Thrall. Only thing left they have is Murky.
Fate smiles upon us.
Alright. Just did my free Living Bomb there in case anyone decided to dive and engage on me, they would get a Living Bomb in the face. Alright, we're going to clear out this wave, try to get us experience. We want to get to 10. They are at a slight lead, and we need to rectify that. I think we equalized it pretty well during that last tribute. We managed to get quite a bit of experience for the team. We're about to lose someone right here. That was a really stupid chase by Nova. We're going to back off because we're going to get ganked as well in just a second. Okay, I do see a Thrall rotating this way, as well as a Greymane. They dodged my Tornado, which is a bit unfortunate, but c'est la vie. He did not spread it to his partner in crime, however, he did spread it to the minion wave, so that's not bad. Alright, we need to rotate up top ASAP. We're definitely going Pyroblast this game. We're building around ability power, and we want to have a super ability power thing. People don't look at maps sometimes. Yeah, they really don't. I know, Bav. I know. I'm guilty of it too sometimes. Can someone poke him? Like anyone? Cool. Speaking of not looking at maps sometimes. Oh. Let's go and channel. Alright, you get out of here. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn! Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to stop channeling that. Pro move. Yeah, we're definitely losing mid. Let's see if we can get this. Maybe with the curse we won't. Yeah, it's a little sketchy right now. Good chain bomb spread. Okay, we need to be a little bit careful. Good precision. If Greymane would have died there, he would have actually died from the Living Bomb and Flame Strike. I was actually hoping he was going to dive me because I figured Medivh would be on top of the shielding. They are wasting all their defensive capability trying to kill me right now, which means we got a free fort up top. Mercenaries are pushing on the keep wall. We should get free fort in mid. All good things, all good things. Quick, easy clear of a minion wave on this map right there. If you are a Kael'Thas, it is fantastic to just throw a Living Bomb on the mage minion and it's insta cleared. Don't even have to waste your Q. Just do a free W. It's a little bit sketch. I think that we should be okay. Someone's gonna spread something to somebody, right? No. Yep. Oh, oh Nova. Oh buddy. Okay. I was real scared for our Nova there. Real scared. Okay, and let's just go downstairs. Just in case our butcher's gonna get killed by a Murky. Nope, he's okay. Going back to mid. Clear that wave as it comes in. Really want to save the Nova, so I used my Pyroblast, assuming that Nova was going to get rooted there, which he did. Just wanted to make sure that he lived more than anything there. We see the Pro B-Boy is moving in for some aggressive plays. We're going to move out. No reason to fight him under the things he just set up. We can just rotate down bottom instead and kill that fort along with the Butcher, who is here already. Provide some necessary siege damage to that minion wave. Go at it. Get some siege on the... Oh, that hit the minion. Oh, this is actually a little sketchy. Oh, this is very sketchy. We're gonna die. Good Medivh portal saved us for sure. Well, I don't know what he thinks he's doing. That was hyper aggressive. I mean, I don't think that was a good call at all. Alright. Let's make it so a minion doesn't demount us. Now we're going to go Arcane Dynamo. This is where things get a little bit strange from our other builds that we spotlighted so far. And why this is the last build. It's it's even less reliable probably than the Q build. Just in that you really have to hope that you can keep your spells rotated up in order to get maximum value, and sometimes you even have to throw out tornadoes that aren't going to give you any value just to get your stacks built up, which is obviously not what you want to be doing. Like right now I'm going to have to throw out a Q that's not going to do anything just to keep my stacks up, on the off chance that we're going to have to fight something in a second here. It's a waste of mana, quite frankly. But I wanted to keep them up in case we needed to fight something there, because I thought the probe might re-engage on us. He didn't, so it was just a straight up waste of mana. If he had, even if he had full health, I could have pyroed him to death, just because of the stacks. Alright, let's go around this way. I think we can help save this. It's a real sketchy fight though, just for the record. Alright, they did knock out our pyro. We got sundered out of it. Butcher, you're doing some real shit here. Real shit. That was a very good Medivh portal. The Butcher was way too ham there. He just dove into like everything they had as we were pulling out. I had to back, so they are 3v3 if they do contest it. Okay. Kara, I'm late. Butch dead. If we get there in time, it'll be a 4v3, as long as they poke. Okay, looks like the enemy team is sacrificing it. They're doing their boss. We can easily kill them at boss right now. We have level, damn it. Say we have tier advantage. Okay, I'm not going to be the one who checks there. Yeah. That would be the reason why. Okay, we do need to come up here and defend this. Okay. We are going to throw that out on him. It didn't quite have full stacks. If it would have had full stacks, I would have killed him. Dang it. So you see how even with a shield there, he ended up with only a sliver of health because of the 4 stacks of Arcane Dynamo. If I would have had the 5th stack when I casted that, he would have been dead. He was at full health. It can pretty much one-shot a Proteus. I know Proteus doesn't have much health, so that's not saying a whole lot. But it does a lot of damage when you get the stacks. Think about it this way. The old gathering power that people used to consider OP on Kael'Thas and Nova was 10%. Kael's kit has actually built to have more damage built into his spells since then. So 19% ability power is a lot. Alright, we're just going to grab this before they're able to push in too much. And we have a curse, boys. Let's go help our butcher out before he kills himself. Alright, he's fine. He's fine. I knew that. I knew that. Alright, we're actually just going to go up to the keep, probably. Not worried. Not worried. We committed a whole lot for that Murky. That Medivh portal was so aggressive, I love it. Oh, shoot. I don't think I can get to it in time. Nope. I didn't think I could get to it in time. I was hoping, though. Well, that's our first death of the game. Not too bad. I think we wipe them here and win the game, to be honest. I think this is game. We are going to grab Master of Flames. Chain Bomb spreads indefinitely. Goes along with the rest of our kit very nicely. We have extra damage when Chain Bomb spreads. We have reduced cooldown on everything when we have Chain Bomb up. Chain Bomb spreads infinitely. We have Mana Tap. We have our Chain Bombs doing more damage. It makes Chain Bomb a very potent poke tool, even if it doesn't spread. And if it does spread with Arcane Dynamo, their team's dead. They've been doing a decent job not spreading it most of this game. But, yeah. Sonya's doing work as well, it looks like. That's nice to see. She's been doing a lot of clearing, a lot of experience soaking for us. That's great. This boss should be defendable. We should go for that and that. More specifically this, because Murky is here right now, and I can't contest on my own. Never mind. He had bribe stacks. Walk the boss in. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could. Actually, that would be a much better call. Good call, Medivh. My bad. Good call. Escorting boss was definitely a better call than trying to defend against Murky's random camps that he was going to be grabbing. Hopefully our Medivh does not die right now. I think we can get there in time to do some serious damage to them as they push in here. We know it doesn't do a whole lot to burn all of our cooldowns on Murky, but the point there was more to get our Arcane Dynamo stacks up so that we could 100 to 0 a Thrall. Because, you know, when you think Kael'Thas, you think being able to one-shot Thrall, right? Well, with this build you do. Alright, let's get out. Our Butcher wasn't with us. If he was, we would have won the game there, probably. We still traded 1 for 2 without a Butcher and a 4v5. Butcher just was YOLO shoving mid. For a while. Let me go back and double check. I think that's what he was doing. No, never mind. Just kidding. He came down with us for a bit. He just disengaged and went to mid when things went south. My bad, team. My bad. Butcher was fine. He was there with us. I just clicked back a few minutes in the stream and looked. Alright, we can definitely defend this. It looks like Probius is setting up for a boss play here. We're going to try to knock out his towers that he is setting up ahead of time because he's going to get a lot of damage off of his ult. And we don't want him to be able to do that. Okay, he is definitely dead. We might be in trouble here. I think we're fine though. Oh, Butcher. Oh, Butcher, buddy. No. No, buddy. No. Not like this, buddy. Not like this. He rolled out of his damage reduction there, which actually worked out better for us because it meant our chain bomb almost killed him straight up. Alright, we should be able to win the game here. We didn't get much value out of chain bomb spreads. We could have though. It just didn't happen. Sometimes it doesn't. When it does, it wins games though. And when it doesn't, it's kind of a wasted talent. Alright, Murky can't do much to stop us now. Good call, Nova. Nova, don't die to core. I'm trying to put as much damage on it as I can. The Pyromaniac is actually helping me with that a bit. And that's how we do it. So that build is not a traditional build by any means, but as you can see, it performed pretty well. Pretty well indeed. It's not a build I would recommend doing unless you are very comfortable with Kael. Very comfortable. Obviously at level 20, I'm very comfortable with him. It can put out some insane damage. As you saw when I one-shotted a Thrall and almost one-shotted a Greymane. It does a lot. Yeah. If I'd hit Greymane, Greymane just went from like 90% of his life to 1% of his life off of just the Pyroblast. I didn't hit him with any other ability. If I would have hit him with the Living Bomb first, he would have been dead. That's what I did to Thrall. I hit him with the Living Bomb, and then I threw the Pyroblast on him, and he was dead. So that concludes our build spotlight for Kael'Thas. Those are all of the current viable builds. In the future, if they do buff Sunfire Enchantment again, it will be viable. It was the most overpowered piece of crap ever before, and then they nerfed it to hell. I don't expect them to buff it anytime soon. They'll probably remove it from the game and give them a different ability eventually. If they do that, though, the build is exactly the same as the Chain Bomb build. You go Trait, 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 Pyro, then you go Pyromaniac, then you go Twin Spheres, and then you go Living Bomb. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did and it was helpful, let me know. Leave a like and a comment. If you didn't, that's cool too. Go ahead and leave a comment and let us know what we can do differently next time. Either way, I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and I hope you learned something and had some fun today. Look forward to the next stream. It looks like we'll be playing Falstad the next time we do a build spotlight, because he's my next most played character. We're just going to work our way down the list. And as always, thank you for watching, and peace out.